Good morning, guys. Coach Theo here on Common Sense. I'm not quite liking how my hair is behaving this morning, but I'm not cutting it, guys, alright? Going full jungle man mode, letting the lion's mane out. So today, it's Midsummer's Eve, so I'm out here early in the morning to get in my one-arm chin-up training here before it's time to go out to the Swedish archipelago, enjoy some herring and schnapps, and dance around this pole we put in the middle of a grass field for whatever reason. And so it being midsummer made me think of a point or story anecdote I know I've told clients many times. I might have mentioned it in some video in the past as well. But it is a point about delayed gratification. I also take the opportunity to talk about something related, which is being process-oriented rather than results-oriented. So of course, a lot of people have a problem that they can't delay gratification. They can't delay rewards. They can't be patient enough. And so this gets in the way of a lot of people accomplishing or receiving, attaining things that they would like, because they can't stick with it for long enough. So weight loss would be a typical one, of course. The delayed gratification would be the weight loss result. Seeing yourself look better, being in better shape and feeling better as a consequence of having followed a not very gratifying weight loss regimen for long enough, right? Well, a lot of people, they want something now. They want something to feel good right now, and so they end up eating more or something that they just shouldn't if they want to lose weight, right? Same thing, people start going to the gym but stop before they see any results because they couldn't delay the gratification, the reward, long enough, right? This sucks, it's heavy, it's tough, it takes time, I'm not good at it, I'm not seeing any results, I just quit. So, of course, cultivating the trait of being able to delay gratification or rewards is a very important one. If you want to get far in this life, you got to understand, guys, all these traits, like being able to delay gratification, being consistent, being disciplined, having a threshold for stress or whatever it is. No one was just born with these traits. You might have different strengths and weaknesses, but all these traits can be cultivated. So first, just to take my point about midsummer, it's like when you go through things, what I want to get at is that many of these things, guys, like being able to learn to prioritize delayed gratification, I always want to talk about, it's a process you have to go through until you end up in a state where you don't even, like delayed gratification becomes instant gratification, is my point. Because you know so well how the entire process of things works, right? So my example here is that, of course, before I was uncommonsensetheo, I was old little skinny fat hipster loser Theo. I of course used to, like, hedonism, drink and party was something I did a lot, and I had really no limit for no good reason. You know, midsummer, typical opportunity where, you know, having some schnapps with a herring is one thing, but when people just get blasted drunk for no reason, so many times I maybe started out having a decent time at midsummer, but then you keep drinking, just get drunk, you have some kind of artificial enjoyment just of like being high. Drunk is what we call it when it's alcohol, right? We just keep drinking until late, and then the next day is ruined. At least the next day, maybe more days are ruined, you know. And so this is how I used to do many situations, but midsummer in particular. And so 2 years ago I went out to, it's the same in the archipelago, your family and friends place, you know. So I go out at around the same time I'm gonna do today, like in the forenoon before lunch, and I'm there. I enjoy the herring lunch with a little bit of schnapps, you know, alcoholic schnapps that goes well with a culinary experience of eating herring, but I'm not drinking, if you see what I mean. And then we go down, do the little dance around the pole, we hang out, we do some games, you know. And then maybe at like 7 in the evening, I've been there for like 8 hours or something, I want to leave. And so I do. And I just remember walking from the boat, because we take a boat from the island. And I'm like feeling high, I'm feeling so happy about the fact, like, wow, I used to, on this day every year, now I would just keep drinking for no good reason. I wouldn't have any fun. I wouldn't accomplish anything. My day tomorrow would be completely ruined, at least tomorrow now. And now I've had a good time. I'm feeling great. I've loaded up on good nutrition with the potatoes and herring, and I'm going to go crush a leg workout tomorrow. You see what I mean? I could not only do I not have to deal with this that I'm saying, because instant gratification often comes with a delayed punishment, right? Like drinking. It's fun now. I'm drunk now. Then you're hungover tomorrow. But so not only is it that I don't have to deal with that, I can actually feel like excitement over the fact that like I used to feel terrible after a day like this. Now I'm just going to feel great. I'm going to have an amazing day tomorrow. I'm already enjoying my amazing day tomorrow in the here and now because I have that contrast, how things used to be to compare to. And so, of course, I guess that's the point, guys. I'm telling you that the further you go into processing and living in a certain way, you can actually just directly experience this. But you gotta start focusing on when you're changing behaviors, when you want something, feel like doing something, just hedonistic, pleasurable right now. You have to start comparing it to, like you have to that time. Like, for instance, if you wanted to drink or you wanted to eat some crap or something, when you don't and you feel good the next day, you got to really like notice that, like, wow, yeah, I'm feeling good. Like make the connection, like actively make the connection sooner. So my next point about being process-oriented versus being results-oriented. So, of course, it's something I will have talked a lot about. That I'm sure I have a video just called The Process on this channel. But with clients a lot, it's quite cool and funny when you're a teacher and coach and you work with the people that are on a similar path. They're just not as far ahead as you. It's so cool because so many times everything that my client goes through on one way or another, like mindset-wise especially, of course people have little unique problems and stuff, but like everything I've gone through too. In order to become a certain way, you have to be a certain way first, and it looks similar. It's the same things you're still struggling with, or the same way of thinking you still have before you get to a certain point. So something I always say is that when you're far enough away from the result you'd like to have, it's impossible to not be a little results-oriented. You're skinny fat and you've decided to change. You're like, when will I see abs? When will I get my biceps vein? When will I hit this number on the bench? And also, this also often makes people that they feel that they want the result and that I need to do something to get it. Also, many times people can't really just trust the process, follow the program and the nutrition plan. It's kind of like, oh, should I change this? Should I do this too? So it's both this, not being able to relax into the process, but also this kind of thing is also what makes you like have to change or stop and start because you're thinking so much about this result you want. How do I get it? Can I get it faster? Will I even get it? Is what I'm doing even working? I'm just telling you, it's natural and it has to be like that for a bit. But the more you can stop focusing on the result, like the end destination, and focus on the way there, not the 10,000 steps away destination, but the steps you need to take on each day. The faster you can focus on taking the steps, the faster you'll arrive at that destination. And what I want to tell you is, it's something you just by experience have to gradually shift into, but you can have these conscious like reframing of things, like just anytime you see yourself think about the result, when will I get it, should I change, blah 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 blah, especially if you're working with me and we have a plan. It's just like trust the process, just follow the process. That's in the end how I get there. So in the same way, guys, I of course have goals, like I have strength numbers I like to hit, I have body parts I like to see improve, like forearms is a recent one. I've made a little bit of progress, but I haven't focused on it, so it's something I can bring up a lot. Of course, I'm looking forward to and want my forearms to be bigger and my grip to be stronger. It goes hand in hand, of course, literally. But I've for so long done this process that I know that as long as I'm in a state of progression, I'm doing it right. So because now we're talking instant gratification, or the gratification of a fitness. It would just see yourself in the mirror and be like, yes, I'm there, I have the look, or my body part is the size I wanted, I lifted the amount of weight I wanted to lift. But for me, for so long, I just made the connections that as long as I'm in a state of progression, as long as I'm following the plan, executing the plan in the right way, this external result that I'm looking for, it will come to me. So about the forearms here, I'm not obsessed in any sort of way and feeling any urgency about the result. As long as on the days I train my forearms and grip, I see improvement, I enjoy it. I enjoy it just as much as having the result already. Because I know, none of the forearms were an example, but anything I train, if I show up the next workout when I'm doing the same exercises, if I increase, even if it's just by 1% my performance, I know that I am getting the results that I want right now. So that you have to see yourself as like getting results. It's not an end destination. That's something you're doing, right? So that's the 2 points I wanted to bring you in this, like the delayed gratification, being able to focus on, like, instead of what would be nice right now, focus on how what would be nice right now will take something away later. And the opposite, what is tough or difficult or you feel resistant towards now, that will be really nice for you that you did later on, right? And about the results versus process, just understand that the further away you are from the result you'd like, the more you're going to catch yourself thinking about it and wanting it and feeling this urgency. And just start at those moments catching yourself, back to the process. Like if I'm feeling urgency about getting my result, well, if I did my workout in the way I should today, I followed my nutrition plan in the way I should today, of course other things, but we're talking now about the fitness transformation. I've done my part. All I have to do is this again and again and again. And before you know it, to walk 10,000 steps, you know that, right? You don't take 3 large steps. You don't take 1 large step or a few large steps. You take 10,000 little steps. They add up eventually, right? So focus on walking the path, not the end destination, guys. Funnily enough, the fastest way to get to the end destination is to completely forget about it and just look here. Just look where you're walking here, and suddenly you'll just look up and like, I'm here. I'm even beyond. I was going there. I'm even further ahead. So please, guys, like and comment. Always interested to hear your input. I do holistic bodybuilding coaching, of course. Getting started with lots of new guys lately, so it's a lot of fun, guys. You can send me a DM on Instagram or email me. It's in the description below, and I'll tell you about my different programs. It would be an honor to be part of your journey working on yourself. If you just want to support me and my content, you can become a member of the channel, a Patreon, or leave a little super thanks comment. It's very much appreciated, guys. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, spirituality, mindset. It is a mindset, guys. The process over the results. Delayed gratification over instant gratification. Peace.